Alrighty, hello and welcome back. Okay, so you've probably seen the title of the video, and there is quite a bit to cover yet again. It has now been roughly 45 hours since I played last that you guys have seen. And as you can see, I now have the Mighty Knight. I've put 31 hours into him. He's max level. He's an absolute beast. I have an update for my Huntress. She's much more powerful than she was before. And then I have an even more exciting update on the Mage. He is absolutely, just ridiculous powerful. So, all that to say, where should we begin? Where do I even start? So, I'm still using her as my main farmer for gold. As you can see from the last time, I have her fully decked out in plus 10 legendaries, the level 100, and then reinforced at plus 10. Now, you'll notice I've already done quite a bit of farming for nether stuff, and I do have some nether gear across some characters. I have not done a full set yet, but I am working on that. That is like the final tier of what I'm working on. And, if it isn't obvious at this point, you're going to have to put some time in if you're going to get a full set of nether. And since I'm trying to do it for 3 different characters, because that's just my nature, I like to experience all of them and see what I like. It's taken some time to do that. Now, I'm going to link, and you will have seen in the previous couple of episodes, I'm linking directly to the builds that I used to put everything together. I had not mentioned this before because I decided to do it later. But anyways, check the description of any of the videos, and as I've introduced new builds, you'll see links for those builds. And there's a couple of content creators that are absolutely phenomenal at explaining it, so I'm not going to go into all the detail for that, because you might as well just go watch their videos to get a breakdown of it, and some of them are rather complicated. But anyways, so let's just quickly look at her gear. So here's what we have here for her. Most everything, I believe I've rolled the epic stats as well. So this is the build. The reason why I needed this to be another piece is because I put a movement speed multiplier on it. Because, having speed is just absolutely insane. By the way, you can go up to like a plus 15 on all your gear, but I won't do it unless it's nether. It just costs too much, and since I'm always struggling on gear, or I'm sorry, on gold fine right now, and getting the gold that I need, I'm just not going to waste it going any higher than plus 10. So now this was like a proc where I got a double level probably, but anyways, suffice to say, she is in all the correct legendaries as far as like the build that I followed anyways, but this is still gold, like a gold build, gold farming build, because I'm still using the bow that does that, and so on and so forth. Here are all her stats for now. You can see kind of attack, whatever. Movement speed is 6.39. You're going to see how quick she is in just a moment. But her main purpose really is just to farm, gear. You can see this is how quickly she moves. So yeah, she's pretty quick. Alright, now let me quickly go through a couple of quick things here. We've got way more legendaries. I got more legendaries than I know what to do with, but I still haven't maxed everything out, so I'm just going to quickly flip through here and give you an update of what I have. And I'm still working on trying to, get every classification type. I've been more focused on nether stuff. That's why it hasn't happened yet. Now, I've purchased multiple things. These are all my duplicates of legendaries, and I just have pages and pages of them, right? There's a reason why I'm holding those, and that is if I need to put one of these on a nether piece, I'll have it, right? Then I got rid of every single one of these pieces of item, like the items that did not have, they weren't a triple exclamation point. Because I want pure stats, which is what the triple, or what the, like that teal is. I want it to be a triple stat, and then it's worthy of keeping. So every piece that I have in here is all triple stats, and I've been collecting those since basically day one. Now you'll notice on this stat, I've got tons of additional nether gear, and I'll just quickly, I'll hover over it, but it's not really important because I can make the nether gear whatever I want, and I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in a minute. But basically, I've got a bunch of extra pieces to make a full set. I haven't decided who's going to get the full set, and I want you to see what the builds look like before I do that. I still need to unlock 3 more tabs down here. All right, so quickly, let's quickly just take her out. I don't know if I even showed this off yet. I don't think I have, but I completely cleared the primordial nether world. Not a problem anymore. I'll just pick. This is the place I typically go to farm gold because they have a 100% chance to revive upon dying. So I'm going to pop in here and just show you the build, and then I'm going to show you some of the other stuff. Because we got. I mean, if I'm being honest, we got a lot to cover. So you can see, it's not that I'm unkillable or anything, because obviously she is the squishiest of all the classes that I have now. Now she's still powerful, as you can see, but she is still definitely killable. The other ones, I can't say they're not killable, but they're definitely harder to kill. And you'll see when you see them moving. But just having the movement speed and having the right legendaries, you can just move through this stuff and absolutely destroy, you know? So, this is just an example. And this would be what I'm doing when I'm trying to get gold. And I'm basically ignoring anything other than just trying to close the breaches. So again, you can kind of see once you get into like a good run, or I'm sorry, you get a good build for one of the characters, you can kind of just roll this stuff, and you're just coming in here, you're trying to get your stuff and get out. I know it seems obvious, but you know, I was spending initially I was spending a lot of time just kind of messing around and trying to clear the rooms. It's not necessary. You just need to get in and get out. That's really all you're trying to do. Let's see here. Yeah, that radius still isn't quite as long as I'd like it to be, but it's going to have to do for now. I'm thinking she's going to be the first one I cap, simply because I want to have an efficient gold farmer. I feel like that would be the way to go, you know? Alright, so you've kind of seen what she looks like. I'm just going to leave now. Oops. Oh, I can't leave. Alright, never mind. I mean, I guess I could abandon it, but there's going to be a couple of things I'm going to show you. Like I said, she's excellent for, like, I mean, you can see I have 38 million Slorm on her. I'm just not using it anymore because it's just not necessary. I could be funneling it other places. And I could also be taking out her main, like her mega build, you know? Remember, this is just her gold farming build. Her mega build hits in the, like, 50 million DPS range, somewhere around there. Again, I could show you. Fire is definitely something that can kill me, by the way, if you're wondering. Fire and Shadow. I don't have her set up exactly how I have my other characters, so she is a bit fragile, as I've mentioned, but you can see just all the resources coming in and just all the damage. Like, it actually even kind of, I have a pretty strong computer, and it even kind of slows down my computer. So I don't know if it's like an engine problem, because I definitely don't think it's a computer issue here. And yeah, if you're wondering, it's 7800X 3D with a 4080. So yeah, if you know computers, you'll know that it's probably not that. That's not, by the way, that's not a flex. I'm just trying to illustrate that I really don't think it's a computer problem. It's probably more of a limitation of how many calculations can be done all at once. You'll see that it gets even worse on the Knight and definitely the Mage, man. Oh my god, the Mage does so much damage. You remember in the previous episodes, guys, where I was talking about how I thought I wasn't going to give up on my Mage and that I was pretty sure that he was going to be amazing? Well, that was no joke, because he is absolutely phenomenal. Alright, let's see. So this is what I did. So since I had a 90 in there, I'm going to replace it with the 99. I had a 96, so I put that one in there. And we got an armor, a triple on that. Nice. Okay, now that's the mage. That's the Huntress. Let me just quickly show off. I don't think did I upgrade these anymore? I don't think I did, but if I did, there it is. I think I had already shown this off too. Okay, so that's that. I don't remember what I covered here, so I'll just quickly show it off since she runs fast. Still haven't fully maxed this yet. I did put some time into getting this kind of up, so I didn't have to worry about it. These two are capped, which is really what matters. Okay, so I think that kind of summarizes her stuff. Let me show you the brand new character. Alright, here it is. So, you'll notice I have 4 things down here, but the only thing I care about is this. I'm going to put this on, okay? And then this, I'm going to use, I can actually trigger my own rune whenever I want, and I have it so that, now, I don't know how much I want to go into the build, but basically this is like a Thunderstruck build, so this is just going to absolutely destroy. And you can tell he's also very fast. First, let me just quickly show off his skills here. Alright, I'll show off the Ancestral Legacy here, in case you want to see where we go for this. Okay. And then, this is not a beginner-friendly build, by the way. You really kind of need to be later in the games. Then I'll show off his gear, and as you can see, he has pretty much all legendaries as well. I have all this rolled exactly how I want it. It's going to be Hagen Affinity. Whirlwind doesn't matter. You do not have to put that on there, so you don't need to do it. I just did it for fun, and then I put all my points, I think, in Zeal. So I'm not going to scroll down for every one, but you can just kind of see which legendaries I have and what stats I'm trying to prioritize. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have quite a bit of health. And having certain, like this, paired with the boots makes a massive difference in survivability. I mean, there's just so much to this, I don't even know where to begin. But suffice to say, if you use the link, the Thunderstruck link in the description, you'll see this is the guy I mostly farm on, so this is all legendaries that I've already got copies on. Okay, what else is there to talk about? Oh, this is your main weapon, and I'm telling you, man, I should probably also show off my stats here. Wait, where am I? I got 54,000 health currently. Okay, and then let's see here, max life 54,000. Let's see what else we got. I think this one mainly focuses on. I have a lot of different things checked because I'm trying to get stuff for different builds. But I believe Elemental Pin, Ancestral Strike, Critical Strike Chance, or well, let me just read. Ancestral Strike Chance and Critical Strike Chance and Elemental Damage. Those are the things you want to focus on him. You need to have, you can see my Fire Resist is almost 80% here, and I'm 100% on Shadow. And then Tenacity is huge. It basically means no matter what they put on you, they don't slow you down. With the exception of the ice thing that happens for the breach. But I think that still affects me. I'm almost positive it does. But anyways, that Tenacity is amazing. It's huge. And then the other thing is Inner Fire Chance, Max Charges, and Duration. That's also something for him, as well as Melee Recast Chance. 95% chance to just recast a melee skill. So that's pretty big. Okay, his runes. This is what I'm running for him. So it's only 11 there. Oh yeah, it's only 7 there. That's pretty weak. And then 12 on that. So not bad, but still room for improvement. And then I'm running the Critical Strike damage. The thing that's funny is something about this build makes your Critical Strike damage get set to 0, but if you equip this, it puts it back up to 280. So right here, there's the proof. So as long as that doesn't get nerfed at some point, we're good. Okay, now let me show you this build in action. So, as an example, what I'm doing in-game to get my nether charge up is I'm looking for this double flag, and it doesn't matter what it is, I don't care, I'm just immediately going in. Now, you guys, check this out. You ready for this? basically, I'm just driving my character. He is essentially almost invincible. And you can see his DPS down there. I've seen this on average, like in the Forge, I've seen his spike up to about 250 to 350 million DPS. So we're in a completely different class with this, you know? And this is why I'm kind of just prioritizing him when I'm trying to get the nether gear, because, I mean, as you can see, this is a pretty insane clear speed. He's fast, he's basically invincible, almost. Very, very rarely they'll catch me off guard with something and almost kill me, but I can get the health back so fast that it just typically doesn't matter. So yeah, I hope that you guys are liking this, because when I saw this build, yeah, this does slow me down. I hate this one. It's so annoying. But anyways, if you can get this online, man, oh my gosh, you're going to have no problems. And then you think this is strong, which it is. I never thought the mage was going to have... I knew it was going to be strong, but I had no idea how strong the mage stuff would be, too. It's strong in, like, a different way, though. So... But you'll see here in a moment, because we're going to go do a mage thing here after I get finished showing off this knight build. Now, full disclosure, as usual, you know, I got my build from someone else, and again, this build will be in the description, so check it out. I hope you do, because the guy that did this is he's been playing since like alpha or beta or something. He's been playing this game a long time, and he deserves all the credit for it, because it is unbelievably powerful. But as I mentioned, this is not going to be very easy to put together as like your first build. You're going to have to, I mean, obviously you're going to have to use other stuff, right? Because you're not going to have all this out of the gate. That being said, it is certainly something you can work towards, and he will do a great job of explaining exactly what you should be looking for and how you build for it. And of course, assuming that it does not get changed in any way in the future, because of course, who knows? We have no idea if builds get changed or not. But all right, we'll just go to this next one. And again, you can imagine that if we can clear this fast, I mean, obviously the Great Forge is really not that bad either. Although, ironically, I really prefer doing the Forge on my Mage now that I've got him where I want him. He has a couple of nether pieces that kind of make his build. See, we don't stay, we just leave when we're done. See, boom. So the average DPS in that was just 34 mil. The more health the enemies have, and the more shields and the more armor, the more damage it will show as DPS. So, like I said, I've seen this spike upwards of, 400 million in the Forge when you have a bunch of stacking health multipliers on everything. Okay, so that's that part, right? Now, part of me kind of wants to do one or two more of these so that I can show off what it might look like to actually get the nether gear. Here, let's just quickly do another one, since they don't take that long. And again, this will just give you another idea of kind of like what this entails. The thing that annoys me about this is I don't pick up all the gold, and the stuff just doesn't fly to me. I kind of just wish if you're this like strong, it would just come to you, but you got to put it in your build. So I'm thinking about taking one of his rings and putting that pair of gloves, that legendary affix, on the ring, so that at least the gold will fly to him a little bit quicker. But one of the rings is not imperative to have, so I could do that there. But and I think in the build he explains that one of the rings is not super important to have, so you can kind of play around with it if you want. I mean, of course you can play around with it regardless, but a lot of these synergies are very well thought through, so if you don't follow what the guide says, you may not get the same results. And remember, my gear's only plus 10, so I mean, the fact is this is going to go way. I say way. It's definitely going to be more powerful. No doubt about that. But at what point do you really need to be, like, when do you kind of just say, okay, I'm powerful enough, you know? I'm fast. Like I said, I'm pretty much unkillable. I feel way less worried about it than with my gold farmer here. But yeah, at what point do you just say, all right, I'm good, you know? So this is essentially my gear farmer, and then my my goldest farmer is going to be the Huntress, I think. And just keep in mind, if you're only running one class, it's not required in any shape or form to have all three classes leveled. Although I think I mentioned there's one weapon that that gets stronger the more like Swarm Reapers you have or something like that. If I can remember, I'll show it off. Oh, I'm so used to just skipping past that. Let's see. I think it is. Yeah, here it is. I think this is it, right? Is this it? Yeah. Elemental damage multipliers equal to blah for each Slorm Reaper you own across all characters. And since I'm only missing one on all three, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Also, we're going to go beat the game today, so stay tuned. Don't leave, because we're definitely going to be doing that. I've not even walked in. I have no idea what to expect. Okay. But I want to show this all first because I want to see if we can get lucky with... see, we're up to this now. And you'll see, like, if I click one of these, now it shows 11%. Typically, I can get it up to, like, about 15%. And then these come into effect. So whatever this is, it multiplies against that. So you can assume it's between, like, 15 and 20% chance to get another drop, which is it's actually not that bad, you know? So, I mean, it happens pretty regularly enough, I'd say. So we're going to do that. We're going to see if we can get another drop on camera, and then we're going to go, I'm going to show the mage off, and then we're going to, hopefully we'll end up finishing the episode up by beating the game, which I have no idea if that's going to happen or not, but I honestly can't imagine not being able to do it. By the way, all my damage is the electricity arcing. It's not the whirlwind. So I don't think I had mentioned that, but just so you guys are aware. Yeah, it's an elemental-based, non-melee, even though it's technically, I mean, I'm doing melee stuff, but that is not where all the damage is coming from. And that's the beauty of it, it's just different. Okay, where are we? I really wish this stuff would just fly to me, man. I went the wrong way again. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I'm not even keeping all my buffs up because it's just not necessary. We just keep moving, right? Yeah, the shadows are not great. If you do not have 100% shadow resist, that's probably one of the worst things you could get hit with because it puts like a debuff on you. So you really do not want to be able to get affected by shadow stuff. And that's where the Huntress would probably not look as good. Okay, here we go. So you see, boom, we did that whole thing in just under 2 minutes. 26 million average DPS, very good. Okay, now let's see what we got here. Where are we at on... we're at 14%. We're almost there. So you know what? Let's try it. Now here's something else. If you're looking for, let's say you're looking for a ring, type that in and then it'll pop up in red which ones might have it. Okay? I mentioned this in a previous episode, but because I'm looking for a ring, like let's say I want that belt, right? I could then go there and try to farm another version of that belt, which that belt is very useful. But if I'm just looking for rings, I can just look around and see, do any of these have multiple rings? So far, no. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. We got at least 2 chances on that one. I've seen it as high as 4. So for the purposes of this, because rings, I mean, each character needs 2 rings. So that's going to be one of those things where, like, you're going to need a lot of rings. So we will go ahead and try this one. Will we get lucky enough to get it? Probably not, but you never know, right? That doesn't mean we won't get another drop, right? It just means, I mean, we could get another drop that's not ring, but that would still take away all your bonus, and then you have to essentially level or kill. What am I trying to say? Run those multiple times again until you get high enough, and you're willing to start running the bosses. When you run the boss areas, they do not count towards your overall like bonus level. Like, you know, whatever percent it said when we came in here, it's not going to change because this area does not count for that. So, but when we're doing those areas where it's like double, you know, those are the ones you really want to focus on. So if you've got a strong enough build, it's not going to matter what you pick. You're just going to be able to run it like what I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm having to use the mini-map pretty heavily because I can hardly see what I'm doing. This blind one is just kind of annoying. It's not hard, really. It's just, well, I mean, for this build, it's not hard. It's just kind of irritating, really. But look at this. It's like they die and then they pop out new stuff. It's just kind of, again, it sounds like all I'm doing is complaining. I love it, but I just wish it wasn't like that. I wish they would just come to me, man. Or like I had a pet that would just pick everything up for me, you know? The good news is the DPS on the bosses, even in the hardest difficulty they could possibly be, is really not that bad. They're not going to instantly melt because they kind of have like protections built in to kind of hold them at a certain like health pool. I don't know if that makes sense, but think of it as like a, you can't just, it's like an anti-one-shot mechanic, because sometimes they'll get shields and you'll have to make sure you kill all the guys in the room. And alright, we should be getting kind of close here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I missed a legendary up there or something at the top. Have to go investigate that. And I mean, literally, I'm just pressing and holding one button. Obviously, it's very easy to play this class, or at least this. Oh, it's a yellow. Okay. Oh my god. I just the gates everywhere. I mean, seriously, it's so irritating. Love it, but I hate it. So I have to go all the way around. Okay. Now let's try it again. Yeah, it's the places where here's the frustration. I can't see, and there's fences everywhere. So obviously that's gonna start to get on your nerves. But it's all good. Okay, here we go. Now here's what it looks like when you actually go fight one of these guys with this build. And again, I can do this on my Huntress as well, much easier than you think. So if you see his health growing, you're done. Easy. And just like that, look at that. Look at all that lightning. All right, let's see if we get one. Okay, we did not. Boom, no. Boom, no. I kind of need this. I'm just going to take that because I need it for my collection. Alright, well that was somewhat disappointing, but okay. We'll just immediately come over here and throw that in there. Okay. Okay, we don't really need that, but we got it. What does that have on it? Fire resist. Wow, that's the first time I've seen fire resist come through. Cool. So yeah, when I get one that's just a higher level, I just put it in there and then resort. Boom. All right. Well, so you see how this did not go up. What I was trying to explain was the nether charge does not go up when you fight a boss. That's why you want to focus on, let's see here, like this. So if I go here, I'm going to get plus 47, which means it'll be capped, right? Or I can just take my chance again and run and see if we can get another one. So now we're gonna look for rings again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 of those. Okay, cool. Let's do that. there's not going to be a better chance for that. This one I don't hate as much. This one's not that bad. At least, I mean, this pattern is almost always the exact same. I've run these so many times now that, yeah. So the question I have is, what do you think of the Huntress build? What do you think of the Knight build? And when we get to the Mage build, leave your comments down for that, because again, we have at least one man specifically to thank for these builds. And then the guy I got the Huntress stuff from, his stuff will be linked down there as well, so you can check him out. But obviously, this is, I mean, some of these are pretty easy. I haven't shown the Mage off, but I will, obviously. Then we will get to trying to fight the final boss. It'll be pretty neat to see if we can do it. I doubt that I won't be able to do it, but you never know, right? Okay, there's the fire. But as you can see, since I have resistances, it's really not a problem that I'm getting hit by it. Just wish all that loot was coming to me. So you have to, at some point, you have to make a decision. Are you going to just focus on trying to get all the loot, or are you just going to try to blast the area? You know, like at this point, I'm just trying to blast and get nether gear. And if I'm actually going to, it's unlikely, but if I'm going to try to like gear out all 3 classes, I'm going to need a lot of it. So ideally, it would be the right nether gear piece for the build, right? But essentially, you can take a legendary affix and put it on a nether piece, right? But if you have the right piece, then you can have up to 3 I don't even know what they call it, but anyways, I'll get to that in a second. Hopefully I won't forget. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get our guys here, and then we'll just start chunking him. As you can see, I'm just kind of going counterclockwise. And he's dead. Perfect. Easy. Okay, let's see if we got lucky this time. We did not. Nope. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there it is. We got one. So we're gonna take it regardless. I don't care what level this says. We're just gonna force level it to 120. That's something that these do that the rest do not. So boom, we're gonna hit that. We're gonna make sure we hit E first. Then we're gonna hit F to leave. If you hit F and you leave it on the ground, you lose it. So keep that in mind. Your influence rank is what I was talking about before. Each time you run those, every time you run those, you're getting this rank to build up. So every time you run, you're gaining stuff. So there it is. We got we got another ring. So that's excellent. That might be the ring. Oh my gosh, it has a double thing on gold is fine. That's actually really good. Okay, yeah, that's definitely going to be. I'm going to need to give that to my Huntress, probably. Okay. Well, that's excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to show on camera. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I basically never use right-click on this guy, in case you're wondering. It's always just this. So. Alright. What else am I... Oh, I never showed the skills. Damn, I'm an idiot. I wish I had done this earlier. Okay, well, anyways, I only went into Enduring Protector. Here are the skills that I have for him. And I'm just kind of showing you with my mouse. That's for the Enduring Protector part of it. Let's see here. The Crush Shield, all you really need are these two. That and that. And you don't really want extra stuff here. I could get into the details, but I'll just let the other person explain it. And then Whirlwind, boom, 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 and boom. And as you can see, this is start out plus 22, but our damage does not come from Whirlwind. So you don't really have to worry about that. Did I even show this? I think I did, right? Or did I? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. And this is the ability we're using. So we're trying to lock stuff. So lightning, yeah. We're basically immune to lightning and shadow, and we're almost immune to fire. So that makes it pretty easy to get around and do stuff. I'm glad I caught that, because that would have been annoying if I had forgotten it. Hopefully I didn't forget anything else. Let's just quickly click through some stuff. By the way, on this, I got all the Slorm Reapers as well. So all 3 characters have everything except for the final boss. I think I mentioned that too. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me just give you a brief taste of how ridiculous the mage is. Boom. So I have 107,000 health on this guy, and then I'm capping it down to, or reserving all the way down to 26,900, and he's still not fully capped. Now he doesn't move as fast as the other 2, but we're getting there. So this is a completely different build than what I had before. I abandoned the Death Ray because while it was pretty neat, it's not really how I wanted to play the game anymore. So check this out. Are you ready? So we're going to right click and shoot out an orb, and then we're going to shoot our arcane missile, and we're going to trigger it with an explosion, and this is literally ridiculous damage. You see that? This is so ridiculous damage. It's unbelievable. Now, obviously, I'm not getting mana back because I'm not hitting anything. See, I don't even have to. Like, I can infinitely explode those until they disappear. I have so much awesomeness in this build. It's ridiculous. So where do we start? Okay, bam. Where are we going to start? We're going to start with skills. Boom. Okay. So what are we at? We are the Devoted Scholar. Okay, we don't have that. This is what I was leveling before, so you can ignore that. Devoted Scholar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see that. And I already had Arcane Missile leveled right before, so that's already capped. But this is one of the key things. It has to be the Temporal School. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is almost capped for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so the whole idea is range. That you want them to bounce off the walls. You want the area of effect to be massive, and you want to be able to trigger the explosion. That's what's going to make this build. All right, now look at this. I have him capped out in full legendaries with 2 nether pieces. So quickly go over this. This is an excellent helm, by the way. All right, so Fulgurun, whatever, affinity. I'm putting it in Wall of Omen, which is what he did, the build did, and then Savagery, I think is what I have pretty much all my stuff in. This is the staff, by the way, but we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so there's the head. These stats, everything that I've got on here is by design. I pretty much got, I mean, there may be 1 or 2 things off, but for the most part, it's exactly what I want. Now, this is where we're getting our number 2 skill, so you must have this chest. And look at this. This is what I mean by you can put triple rolls on nether pieces. So I gave this the legendary affix that I wanted, which was the max life multiplier, and then I gave it a triple exclamation point, or like a pure stat for max life and max life %. So that is exactly what I want. It was an almost perfect max life and an actual perfect triple stat max life %. So that cape really could not get much better, other than the fact that I want it to be like plus 15 or whatever. Okay, gave him the ring, big surprise. You got this stuff, and you can of course pause if you want to see all the different stats. And if you go to the build guide, it's going to show you everything there. Yeah, this one right here is super important because right now I'm getting 60,000 evasion because it's based off, it's equal to 70, well, in this case it's 75% of my missing life. That'll continue to go up as I level the ring up. But anyways, so that gives me an 81% chance to just straight up evade, which is insane. Okay. And then just as we go through. Tenacity is always very important. We're using the same shoulders as we would be for our little Huntress. Okay, so there's that. We're also using, you can use this one. I think the guide says that you could use something else, or someone in the comments said you could use something else in this, but I'm just going to use this, whatever. This is the staff. Excuse me. And it's got to be the regular version of the staff, not the higher tier version, or the evolved, or whatever it's called, the primal. So make sure you're using the regular staff. There's a reason for it. He'll go into it on the video. All right, and then we've got this rune, the rune of Hagan. We've got the Nimble Warrior, and we've got the rune of Astorius. Okay. I'm not going to go into all the details of how the build works and everything, but you can see my stats here. And I mean, I just can't believe this guy's 107,000 health. That's ridiculous. All right, and again, don't pay attention to all the little stuff I haven't like read. These are because I was farming like perfect rolls on stuff, so that's not necessarily all the right stuff. But I have 120% shadow resist. I only have like 82% fire, and tenacity's over 100. It shouldn't be 130, but it's going to cap at 100%. It just means he doesn't get stopped if he gets hit by frozen or whatever. All right, and then that's where we're at on this. Rebound chance is 102%, so they're always going to rebound. But area increased size by 100% and effect by almost 30%. So you can imagine this is going to be ridiculous. And just for fun, we're going to go into the forge here, because this is 100%. Oh, if you click this, it will just start the waves automatically. All right, this is where you're going to see. I can literally just sit here. No. Whoops. Yeah, look at 350 million DPS, 450 million, 650 million. I don't know what happened to the music. But as you can see, this is definitely an excellent build to do this. I don't even care, because we're not gonna be staying in here for very long, but I just want to show you that this is the way I'm gonna farm all the stuff that I need from this area. Now you can't just stand here forever, right? Like at some point you're going to have to move, but the majority of this is done for you. So I'm not really paying attention to that stuff, because right now I'm just showing it off. But if this isn't impressive to you, I don't know what is, I'll be honest. Like, if you get that fireball one, you're probably going to have to move, right? What do you think of this? Now, I'm going to be honest, it took me a couple of, it took me some time to get this set up too, because I needed at least those two nether pieces. So this is going to be even harder to get online than the warrior or whatever. So just keep that in mind. And I want you to see how quickly we kill the raid little guy if he pops in here. I was thinking about doing trying to kill the final boss on this. I wonder if that would work. What do y'all think of this build? Seriously. By the way, this character with the health boost and all this stuff on here, I have seen this guy hit over 1 billion DPS. Not like consistently, but like it's spiked all the way up to 1 billion. So by far the most insane build I think I've seen on this game yet. And remember, I want to say this one more time. I did not come up with any of the builds I'm showing off. I absolutely used other people's build guides, so please check their builds out. You can learn a ton from them. I'm positive of it. I learned a lot of stuff from them, so pretty much I can't say everything, but almost everything I learned in this game was from them. Now, this might be a little too busy for some people, and you might just be like, nah, bro, I don't want all that going on, and that's fine too. I don't know why you would want to be in a powerful broski, but hey, if you don't want to, that's cool. Or you can do like a toned down version of it, right? I mean, so now we'll have to move a little bit because of the explosions at our feet. I was going to try to see if the... let's see if the siege leader spawns, because you're not even going to notice that he came in if he drops down. There he is. Oh, he's dead. That's what I wanted you to see. When I first started playing this build, I did not even notice he was there, so... Alright, so if you want to get out, you have to uncheck that. And then when you clear the wave, you can just go ahead and open the chest and leave. So that's what we're going to do, because that's what I wanted to show you. But I think that more than illustrates how ridiculously powerful this is. And he will show, again, the build guide, for the guy that does this build, he'll show like a bajillion legendaries drop. If you know what you're picking, you can get so much out of that. Look at that, average DPS, 737 million. And that was not the highest I've ever seen, but anyways, pretty insane. So, as you can see, you know what, let's just try doing this as the mage. I might die, but who cares? Like, if this doesn't work, I'll go in as the knight. So let's actually attempt to beat the game. Are you guys ready? It started with mage, and I'm going to end it with mage, because you know what? I'm just feeling lucky. So let's do this. Okay. Finally. Even though you defeated my warlords, you are too late. I now have the power of the champion. There'll be no grand speech or monologue. Let's finish this. Alright. Good luck. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like it might be more challenging than I thought. I don't know what's happening. I actually can't see anything, so that's probably not ideal. It looks like that there are breaches on the floor. I can't see where anything is, though, so that doesn't help. I think if I can survive it, we'll be okay, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I bet he didn't expect this, did he? Okay. Yeah, I think the hardest part is going to just be being able to see what the hell's going on here. Looks like breaches, though. Okay. Was that it? I think I did it. There it is. No. Defeated again. Adam, trained you well. Okay, well, there it is. Well, I only had 327 million DPS. I wonder if that's good. I'm going to assume it is. Oh my god, has been defeated. Nice. Glory to you, my friends. You have saved the castle. Now you can finally go back to sleep. I'm sorry. Now I can finally go back to sleep in my own bed. Not bad. Yeah. Oh my gosh. A little enthusiasm, my dear. Glory. Right. And you? Pff, just a stroke of luck. Congratulations. We did it. Yay! We actually did it. Now, while this is playing a little bit here, I want to go ahead and cover. This may be the last episode in the Slormancer playthrough here. There is a possibility that if and when I get like a full set of nether gear on one or all of my characters, I might follow it up with like a bonus. Like a bonus video just showing that stuff off. But I think this, I'm gonna assume that this is like the conclusion of this, and then if I come back, it'll just be somewhat of a bonus. But I think this has been, 45 plus hours for this final episode. That was a lot of prep, and I could have kept dragging it out, but really, I guess there's no real need. At this point, clearly I'm more than powerful enough to do what we needed to do here, and so yeah, I think we're good. I wonder if it'll let me fight him again. All right, let's click and see what happens. All right, cool. All right, so my question is, does everybody just go back, or like where do you get your weapon? Did I automatically get the weapon? What happened? No, it's not there. So let's see what happens here. They got to give me my weapon somewhere, right? Where's my weapon, bro? Where's my weapon, dog? Hello? A little anticlimactic that they don't give you the weapon right away, but maybe I'm missing something. Okay, so he says the same thing. That is not what I meant. Wow, okay, well that's not what I meant to do, but as you can see, I meant to talk to this guy, but... Where do you get the weapon? Huh. Okay, now am I just dumb? These are the types of things that sometimes I wonder if I'm just not that smart, or if I'm just missing something here, or what. Huh. I don't see it. Do I go back in here? Like, I don't want to fight him again on this character, but was I supposed to talk to him? Maybe I was supposed to talk to Oh My God or whatever, and I missed it? Kind of annoying. Yeah, this is just a fight again. I will have to look into that. That's a bit of a cliffhanger I did not expect to have. Let me just walk around town and see if anybody else has like a... Yeah, I mean, I'm just confused now. I don't get it. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to talk to him. Okay, well, you can assume that if I can do it on Mage, I can definitely do it on my Knight. I think that the Huntress will probably be the most challenging one, but I still think I can do it on her, so... Well, I'm kind of curious. Since we couldn't hardly see anything in that fight, let's just quickly go in there with him, and I'll kill him again. Oh, so he was making it difficult to see. I got you. I wish he would come down here. That's... Oh, he almost killed me. Holy crap. I did not notice that. Yeah, the way this works is... Oh, that was that attack, whatever it was. Interesting. I don't like this. Wow, I died on the Knight. Did not see that coming. There's got to be some sort of mechanic that I'm missing here, because I've never seen my Knight die, so... Alright, let's actually pay attention, because maybe I just got lucky killing him on my mage. I don't know. I really wish he would come down here. I cannot stand when bosses just stand like away from you. This build, I need to be going around in circles. Yeah, I took a ton of damage again, man. It's got me running scared. Look at that, wow. Alright, well I guess this is what I get for trying to rush it. I was just going to try to get it done before I ended the video, but clearly this is going to be a little bit more challenging than I thought. Alright, I'm going to try to actually avoid stuff. I don't know, man. Is it worth avoiding? I have no clue. But, oh, maybe this is just part of the encounter. Did that happen on the mage and I just didn't know it? I have no idea what's causing me to lose all my health. Maybe he just takes you down to like 1%. Is that what's happening? Okay, I did it again, so let's see. Is that what's causing this? It would help if I knew what was going on, you know what I'm saying? That would be helpful. Okay, so we got him. Something must have been, like, programmed to just kill me. I don't know what. Oh, I walked out without it. There it is. Damn, that noise. So I just have to do it again with Mage. Shouldn't be a problem. But there it is. Okay, well, at least now we know. I'll have to do the Huntress off camera. You already saw me do it on the... see, we only had 36 mil on the... on this class. That's kind of funny. Sword collector. Nice. Dang it. I'll just try one more time. I can't believe I walked out and didn't see the weapon. That's pretty stupid. But leave it to me to leave the weapon. That shouldn't even be possible. See, oh yeah, see, you see how it was doing the same thing. And I was just getting my health back so fast that I couldn't even see it. Maybe. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening. Dude, the AoE on this is ridiculous. Look at the damage. Yeah, I think picking this class was easily the easiest way. Look at that. I didn't even have to think about that. Yep, there it is. Boom. Okay. Well, that was very easy. Alright, well, you guessed it. We're going to try it, but I have a feeling I'm going to struggle a lot more with the Huntress, so I'll give it one shot, but I would not expect me to win this. Because she does not have nearly the versatility. Let me switch it over to, what am I trying to do here? Alright. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with her, but we'll see. Okay, so it happens no matter what. Okay. Oh, that's what killed. You see? Oh, man. All you have to do is avoid it. Dude, I got this. I just have to be able to heal. I have to hit one of those things and be able to heal. Now it's just like a... It's like a challenge, which is good, right? I mean, obviously. So right there, as long as I can at least get something hit, I should be able to... It's surviving that last part. That's the hardest part. Oh, come on. That, you know what? It's not hard. It's just a matter of all I have to do is be able to catch that last one. Well, it is hard, I guess, because I died multiple times now. But it's fun in the sense that I know I can do it. It's just a matter of getting it done, you know? There it is. See that? You know what? I like that it's a little bit challenging. That's cool, right? I mean... I'm going to have to change my strategy. I keep trying to do the exact same thing over and over, and it's not working. I almost died right there, actually. Okay, can I survive? Is it this one that's, or is it the next one? I'm gonna have to play a little bit safer, I think. Oh, come on, dude. It is definitely harder with her. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You guys see me struggling a little bit, but... And yet I just did it, so we're good. Okay, great. Well, that makes me feel good. Boom. And there it is. Doable, yes. I had to learn a little bit. The mage was absolutely ridiculously easy. The knight wasn't that bad, but I still died, I think. And then, yeah, there it is. Boom. Look at that. Okay. Giddy up. All right, well, I think that's a great way to end the video. So we did it. All 3 classes. Here's my final haul here, I guess you could say, whatever you want to call it. You can see breach-wise, the Knight and the Huntress are right there, you know, neck and neck. The Huntress has definitely killed more enemies, but just barely more than the Mage. And yeah, very good stuff. By the way, the Knight took me about 10 hours to power level after I had learned what I knew, as I had gone, and leveled more and more. And as you can see, this says he has in fact been defeated. So 150, almost 152 hours in this game, and it's not over, man, because I would still love to get more nether pieces and just do more. Because as I had mentioned before, I never showed that off. Let me just quickly show that before I go. So you'll get a new tab for nether equipment, and so let's say I want to put something on this. You see how that says 2 crafts left? So under the level 120 on the left-hand side in the purple, it'll say crafts 2. If I put that over there, right, so you see the 2 here, and let's say I wanted to put this armor, that triple armor stat, so it would be a rare stat. Let's see, do we have anything else as an example? Okay, let's use the mana as an example. So right now, the defense stat would be, oh no, it would have to be the upper stat. I don't know if that'll even work. Okay, well this will work. So this has raw damage on it, right? But if I wanted to put that armor on there, boom, I could transfer that over and it will scale. Oh, crap. See how it scales to 4815 from 1728? So it scales up based off of what you have there. So I could add that if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could. And that's how this works. Now it'll destroy the item that you're putting in. You need Elder Slorm, and you need a legendary Slormlight and epic stuff. And some of this varies depending on what you're doing. But I just wanted to show you that that's how that works. And I meant to show that off earlier. And that's why. So you get up to 3 crafts. So if you use 1 as the legendary affix, then that means you only get 2 more like ultra things that you can put on there, right? But and I could put an additional like that on there too. See how that would give it the armor, but also have the elemental resistance up there? Or I could give it max mana, and that would just add a stat that you could not normally roll on a neck. As well as you wouldn't get but 1 base stat, and now you could have 2. So you can see how ridiculously powerful this could be, and that's why there's just no ends to the power. But the fact that we already killed the final boss, I mean, is there any real need to do that? Probably not. Otherwise, just having fun, basically. So, anyways, I do hope you enjoyed. And I got to tell you, the mage ended up being everything I could have possibly wanted and more. He is absolutely amazing. I love playing this class now. Very cool stuff. That's just awesome to me. And to me, I'm sure the death ray would have been fun, but nowhere near as powerful as this, I don't think. I could be wrong, though, so if I am, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, let me know if you're playing the game, if this Let's Play inspired you at all. And also let me know if you went over and checked out some of the build guides for the other guys, because they did a great job with their stuff too. So check them out, and I'll see you in the next episode. Also, if you found yourself enjoying the video and you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, also if you're not subscribed, now would be an amazing time to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next season. Have a good one.